Welcome, passengers, to the Orient Express at the Marshfield High School Auditorium. For the optimal viewing experience, please silence all cell phones. Flash photography and video recording are prohibited. Any crying or fussy children should be comforted in the lobby. No food or drink while the train is in motion. And be advised, a prop gun, sound effect shots, as well as flashing lights will appear in this production. We shall be departing soon, so keep all hands and feet inside the moving train, and please enjoy the show.
Good night, sweetheart. It's time for bed.
Do I have to, Mama?
Listen to your mother.
But who's tucking you in? The wolf?
No.
The bear?
No.
My nanny?
Now up we go.
Faster, faster! You're a train!
Daisy Armstrong. Now straight into bed and no more nonsense.
Oh, all right.
Close your eyes. Night-night.
Who are you? Go away. Nanny!
Gone!
No, I won't come. Mama, Daddy!
Good evening. The story you are about to witness is one of romance and tragedy, primal murder, and the urge for revenge. What better way to spend a pleasant evening together? From the beginning, it was an odyssey of trickery and deception. 1 minute, I could see the light, like the beam of a train engine, hurtling past. The next minute, all was darkness, and the thread that I held in my fingers pulled away and came to nothing. It was the greatest case of my career, but who am I to say? Modesty forbids it. It was certainly the most difficult I had ever encountered, and it made me question the very deepest values that I have held since I was a young man. It began in the exotic city of Istanbul. I planned to vacation there for several days, following a trying case that was on my nerves. But everything began to change the moment I stepped into the dining room of the world-famous Tocatlian Hotel, where the enormity of the prices is matched only by the esteem of the waiters. My name, incidentally, is Hercule Poirot, and I am a detective.
This way, monsieur. I have a beautiful table that I am sure you will enjoy. It is monsieur's first time in Istanbul?
That is correct. How did you know?
Oh, I have my ways, monsieur. My little observations. In this business, one needs to be detective. Like that famous Poirot fellow who comes from France.
I believe he is Belgian.
Oh, no. From France. I know him personally.
Ah.
Your table, monsieur.
Merci.
Mary, there you are.
James, at last. Where have you been?
Oh, I'm not that late, am I?
Of course you are. You always are. I was terrified we'd miss the train. We can't miss it.
I was just exploring a bit. I never been to Istanbul before. I quite adore this Eastern nonsense.
Well, I don't. I just want to leave and get it all over with.
Wish to hell you were out of all this. You deserve better, you know.
Shh. Not now. No one should see us like this until it's all behind us. Besides, I think we're being observed by that funny-looking man over there.
What, him? He's just some damned foreigner who probably doesn't even speak English.
Well, shall we order? I'm starving.
Not here. I found a cute little place around the corner. I'm sure the food will be 10 times better.
Well, we can't be late for the train. We can't miss it.
We won't be late, I promise. Now stop fussing and come on. Let's hurry.
Yoo-hoo! Excuse me, waiter. You've done a very nice job, and I'm leaving you something extra because of it. Excuse me, young man. Are you American?
Yes, I am.
I thought so. I could tell from your passport. Us Americans have to stick together, you know, especially in a place like this. I can't even pronounce half the things on the menu, can you believe it? And what's a falafel anyways? I keep seeing them on the street and it looks like you could play hockey with them.
Well, I believe they're in fried chickpeas.
Well, there you go. Who knew? Some people will fry anything. By the way, I don't mean to snoop, but I see your ticket sitting there on the table and I was wondering, do you know if they're providing a bus to the station?
I don't think so, actually. I believe the hotel has a private car.
Well, don't you worry. I'll find out. As the Bible says, if Moses doesn't know the answer, ask the concierge. Now, I better get going. I think I'm annoying that odd little man with the silly mustache. And I don't think it's real.
I hope that the food at this humble establishment is up to your usual standards.
What is this? Oh mon Dieu, it is Madame Book.
Ah, my friend.
Mon ami, but what are you doing here?
What am I doing here? This is my city. I live here.
Of course, I'm a fool.
I run Wagon Lit, the greatest train company in the entire world. And the central office is right here, in this hotel. Carson, the meal is on me. Please charge my office.
Oh no.
I insist. It would give me great pleasure. You are my guest here. Now, tell me, what are you doing here? Oh, you are solving a crime, eh?
No. That was last week in Syria. It was a bad affair. An army officer, a missing Czech, a beautiful woman. It did not end well. The man was guilty, that was certain. But perhaps because I pressed the man too hard to admit his own guilt. It was unfortunate in the extreme, yet I believe I did nothing wrong.
Well, of course you did nothing wrong. If you break the law, you must pay the price. That is what you have told me.
It is what I live by.
Now, tell me, are you staying here at the hotel?
I was hoping, eh? But then I got a telegram from Scotland Yard begging me to return at once. So I've asked the concierge to get me a ticket for tonight on your famous Orient Express.
There will be no problem. And the best news is, I will be joining you, for I go to Lucerne tonight on business.
Ah, c'est magnifique!
Excuse me, monsieur, but it appears all the first class tickets for the express are sold out tonight.
Oh no!
Alors, it is my train, and it is never sold at this time of year.
Mais pas, c'est pas ce qu'on entend.
Well, you tell the concierge to find a berth for Monsieur Perrault. He is my personal friend.
But madame,
That the number 7 is always available. It is held in reserve. Now go tell him.
That's right, no.
Merci.
It is nothing. A mere gesture. Now, you see these menus? Throw it away. Tonight, we will sit on the train, just like old times, and dine like kings.
The food on this train, it is edible?
Monsieur Perrault, you stab me in the heart. I'm riding at the ground at your feet. It is not a mere train you'll be riding tonight, but a legend. It runs like no other machine on earth. The fittings are from Paris. The panelings, Venice. The plates are from Rome, and the taps from New York. It has the best food, the best beds, the best pillows, the best feathers inside the pillows. It is poetry on wheels, and Lord Byron could not write it better himself. Prepare yourself, my friend, for in 1 hour I'll meet you on the platform of the Orient Express.
Messieurs et mesdames, le Orient Express partira dans 20 minutes du grand numéro 10. Veuillez faire attention au marché. Soyez prudents et bon voyage.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Orient Express will depart in 20 minutes on platform 10. Please watch your step and have a safe trip.
Oh, Greta, put those suitcases down. You're driving me mad.
No, princess, do not have concern. They are not as heavy as they look.
They're extremely heavy.
Ah, Princess Dragmira. How lovely to see you. Yeah, here, let me help you, madame.
It is mademoiselle. I am not married except to the God Almighty who lives in heaven.
Greta, that is enough. This is Greta Olsen.
I am a missionary and I work in Africa with little babies.
Ah, but your usual companion, Miss Schmidt.
She is very sick.
The doctors are calling it a cardiac event. But she is German, so it is very unlikely to slow her down.
I will pray for Miss Schmidt and God will protect her.
This is not the time. Just get on the train.
You're in compartment 11, Princess, as usual. And Miss Olsen, you'll be sharing with a Miss Mary Debenham in compartment 4.
Oh, I'm Miss Debenham.
Ah, Mademoiselle, you'll be sharing with Miss Olsen.
I will do my best so I am not to disturb you.
Oh, I'm sure we'll get along just fine.
Hector! Here, sir. I'm right here.
Is the luggage on board?
Yes, sir, it is. And, well, I checked this morning for any mail that might have arrived overnight, and this came in, apparently.
What, damn it?
I know, right? I mean, this is awful. Just look at this. Prepare to die?
Would you keep your voice down?
You should call the cops.
It's none of their business.
These are dangerous. This is the third one you've had in a week, sir. You know, it's a good thing you got that gun.
Would you keep your voice down?
Excuse me. Could you direct me to compartment number 7, please?
Ah, compartment 7, monsieur. I believe there must be some mistake.
Let us hope not. I am due in London by the end of the week. My name is Hercule Poirot.
Hercule Poirot, the detective?
Hercule Poirot. You're famous.
Merci, monsieur.
The name's Ratchet. Samuel Ratchet. Import-export. And I'm gonna have some business for you.
I'm afraid I'm on vacation, monsieur.
Not when you hear the price.
Monsieur Ratchet, you're in compartment 2.
I know where I'm going. Thank you. We'll discuss it on board. All aboard!
Monsieur Perrault, Louis, you beat me to the gate. I see you have met Michel. He is from Paris, and he is the greatest conductor in the company.
Ah, merci, madame. But your friend here says he has number 7, and I'm afraid it is taken. Indeed, the entire first-class coach is full.
That is incredible.
I know, madame. All the world likes to travel tonight.
You'll put him in number 1, please. It is my personal compartment. I will find something on one of the other carriages.
No. I cannot take your bed, mon ami.
No, I insist. It is done. Michel, you will make the arrangements.
I am in your debt.
Now tell me, have all the passengers checked in, monsieur?
Not yet. We are still waiting for a Mrs. Aberd and the Count and Countess and Renee.
I hear the Countess is one of the great beauties of Europe. She is Hungarian, I believe. A commoner who became a doctor, and then when she married the Count, she became royalty.
I see her coming.
Countess Elena Adren, welcome. I am Constantina Book of the Wagon Late.
I am delighted to see you.
Your reputation precedes you, madame. May I present my friend, Monsieur Hercule Poirot.
The famous detective. That has been wonderful. I've read about you in the papers, monsieur. And I admire you greatly.
On je gon kedvesh.
Est assez gauchage.
Je gon ordelijk.
You speak Hungarian beautifully.
Not as well as you speak English.
May I help you with your bag, madame?
Oh, no, it is nothing at all.
And your husband, the Count, will be coming.
Alas, he cannot join me this trip. But since I am visiting my mother, it works out nicely. He does not like her. Monsieur Perrault, I look forward to hearing of your wonderful adventures.
And I look forward to telling you about them.
Compartment 12, Countess.
I think you are in love, my friend.
I will not discount this possibility.
Is this that Orient Express I keep hearing about? It doesn't look that impressive, at least not from here.
You are Mrs. Abel?
Mrs. Helen Caroline Peabody Wolfson Van Pelt Hubbard, if you please, from the beautiful Garden State of Minnesota. Mr. Peabody, my first husband, was a good soul, but the poor man had no talent for longevity. And I shouldn't say poor, because he did very nicely for himself. Thank you very much. My second husband was a Mr. Wolfson, who I loved rather dearly, but he loved a lot of women, and so I traded up and got myself a Van Pelt. But I found him in bed with the redhead from the Waldorf who does his nails. Oh, then at last I found Mr. Hubbard, who I like to call my little white knight, for saving me from a lifetime of bridge games and watery cocktails at the Minneapolis Country Club.
And will Mr. Hubbard be joining you?
No, Mr. Hubbard will not be joining me. Mr. Hubbard and I traveled together once. He said it raised his blood pressure. I'm not sure why, so now I do it for the both of us. Do you like to travel?
I travel every day.
Then you and I should exchange notes sometime.
Compartment 3.
Is that yours or mine?
Yours, madame.
I hope it's comfy.
I have never had a complaint, madame.
I'm sure you haven't.
She is quite a character.
They are all characters. If I was Balzac, I'd write a novel about them.
And just think, for the next 3 nights, these strangers are brought together in the closest of quarters, eating and sleeping under a single roof.
And then at the end they part, never to see each other again.
Unless...
Unless... What?
Unless there is an accident, or something fatal occurs.
Monsieur Perrault, why do you say such a thing?
Forgive me, it is my business. And I sense there is something wrong with these passengers of yours. One of them does not fit in, and it makes me frightened.
Oh, monsieur, no more business, please. For now, you must prepare yourself to succumb to nothing but pleasure. And prepare yourself to board the bride of the company wagonlet for the most memorable experience of your entire life.
Well, ain't this just the bee's knees? Maybe I'll move him for good.
This way, please, and watch your step.
Holy cow! Is it snowing out there?
We get a lot of this time of year, I'm afraid. Last year we got stuck in the snow for 7 days.
7 days! Was there liquor on board?
There was always plenty.
Well, now I can breathe again. Don't get me wrong, I also eat solid food, as long as it's cooked in bourbon. Now, as they say in the movies, lead on, Macduff.
Greta, keep up! We must get settled before the train starts moving.
You know, Princess, I have to confess to you that I have not liked trains since I was a little girl.
It feels tight to me, like clothing that is made in the wrong size and it is squeezing my bosom. May God forgive me.
What do you mean? Trains are wonderful!
I am also not liking to strangers and their clickety-clackety. But we will be sitting next to each other, yeah? That is very good. One time I was on a train in Africa and there was noise and crying and animals, and I look up from my book, and on the seat right next to mine is a very old goat. It is true, old goat. It was like my companion, and on this trip, I think we will not be so different, yeah?
Hey, Perot, slow up. I'd like to talk about that proposition I mentioned.
No, I'm afraid it is not a good time.
Yes, it is. Sit down.
I'm afraid it is not
Sit down.
I will. Proceed.
I want you to take on a job for me.
I take on few new cases.
Well, you'll take on this one, I guarantee it.
Why is that?
Because I'm talking big money here, Perot. I have an enemy.
I would guess you have several enemies.
Now what's that supposed to mean?
You are successful, n'est-ce pas? Successful people have many enemies.
You get it. See, I've been getting some threatening letters in the mail recently, and I want to get an extra pair of eyes to do some snooping around. That's what you do, isn't it? Snooping? Of course, I can take care of myself, but I'll pay you $5,000. How does that sound?
No.
All right, 10, just for a few days' work.
I am not for sale, monsieur. I have been very fortunate in my career, and I now take only such cases as interest me. And frankly, you do not interest me.
But do you want me to grovel, is that it?
I want nothing, monsieur, except to leave.
Oh, don't pardon me. Sorry.
Hey, you're that countess, aren't you?
That is correct.
Well, you're awful pretty. And from what I hear, you were common at the start, just like the rest of us.
That is also correct.
So does that mean you'll have a drink with me?
Monsieur, I am married. My husband is having business elsewhere. Please excuse me.
Now, not so fast.
Move out of the way, please.
You don't have to act all high and mighty about it.
If you do not move this second, I will scream.
Well, hey, you said you're unattached at the moment, and we are on a train. So who the hell's gonna know what happens in some old room on some two-bit pizza?
Stay away from me!
Mr. Ratchet! I've been looking for you. I put your glass of wine next to your bed, and if you don't need anything else tonight, I thought maybe we...
Shut up, Esther! Just shut up!
Aha, my friends. I hope you are settling in all right and enjoying yourselves. It won't be long now until... Aha! Let's not it up. The journey begins, and I wish you both good luck and Godspeed.
Oui, madame.
Michelle, can you bring me a bourbon, please? And put it on the rocks. The tap water's terrible.
Yeah, right away, madame.
And how about some nibbles?
Yeah, nibbles, madame.
Munchies, yummies, something to snack on while I drink my bourbon.
Ah, you mean like crisps, madame.
Yes, like crisps. We call them nibbles in the Midwest. Say, Michelle, have you ever nibbled on anything?
I have not had that pleasure, madame.
Well, you bring me those crisps and I'll give you a lesson. Over and out. You're not doing too bad there, kid. You're looking younger all the time.
Ain't you coming along?
Come on
and hear, come on and hear Alexander's ragtime band.
Come on and hear, come on and hear. It's the best band in the land. They can play a bugle call like you never heard before. So natural that you want to go more. That's just the bestest band, what am? Oh, honey lamb, come on along.
Would you keep it down?
Shut up, who asked you?
Sir, what is it?
Would you tell that ridiculous woman in there to be quiet?
Ridiculous woman, I heard that.
Monsieur, if the lady wants to sing a little song...
It's the middle of the night!
Now listen, you, just mind your own business.
Get out! This is my compartment!
If I want to enjoy myself, I'm going to do it, so just pipe down.
You're insane! You're just get out!
What are you, a thug? Are you in the mafia? Michelle, I think he's dangerous. Oh my God! He's got a gun! Michelle, it's a gun!
It is not against the law, madame.
Just get out!
You must be crazy! Charleston, made in Carolina. Hey, mister, who's it? You better not have a problem with this one. It would be un-American. Some dance, some prance, but there's nothing finer than the Charleston.
Oh la la, it will be a long night.
She will ruin me. It is all over. Someone should shoot her and put her out of her misery.
Orient Express, Belgrade Station. Orient Express, Belgrade Station. Emergency call number 867. Alert code blue. Do you read me, Belgrade?
We read you, Express. Pray continue.
We have just left Sofia, and the snow is becoming heavier by the minute. I am becoming concerned as we head into the mountains. Please prepare rescue equipment in case of stoppage. Hello? Belgrade, do you read me?
Oh, thank goodness, I thought you weren't coming.
What's the matter? I got you note.
I'll tell you what the matter is. I'm frightened because we shouldn't be doing this.
Calm down.
I can't calm down. We have to stop this.
Now that's ridiculous.
No, it isn't. That's the trouble with you military men. You never show any real emotion. It's just stiff upper lip no matter what's going on.
Mary, we're doing nothing wrong. You have to remember that.
I'm trying. I really am.
Better?
Yes, I think so.
There was a hill near me home in Scotland, and I'd sit for hours watching the trains go by in the valley below. I knew they were heading to exotic locales, and wanted to climb aboard in the worst way.
But you didn't?
No, I suppose that somehow I knew I'd break my mother's heart.
You are a very good man.
She was a very good woman.
You know what the worst of all this traveling we've been doing? We don't get any real privacy. It's just so maddening.
Well, I don't see anyone around at the moment, do you?
No, I suppose I don't. Oh, James.
Be strong.
I will. I promise.
Hi! Oh! Am I interrupting something?
Of course you're interrupting, you moron. Are you blind?
I'm sorry. I could go get a snack or something.
Oh my God, the train is stopping.
What is it? What's happening?
The snow! Look!
Oh, not now.
We've hit a snowdrift!
Oh Christ, that's all we need.
Shall I go take a look?
What good'll that do?
James! Let him go.
Ready?
Go ahead, Mr. McQueen. We'll be here waiting for you.
Alright, I'll be right back.
Why did you send him up like that?
What is it? There was a man in my room. He ran off, I'm sure of it.
Well, which way did he go?
That way, just this second.
But, madame, that is where I am coming from. And I saw no one.
Well, I don't know. Maybe he ducked into one of the other compartments or something. All I know is I was lying in bed, dead to the world, and I opened my eyes, and there's a man going out the door, and he's wearing a uniform.
But where would he come from?
I don't know. He just suddenly appeared.
But what did he look like?
I don't know. I could barely see him. 1 second he was here, and the next he was gone. He was like a phantom.
But how is this possible?
How should I know?
Perhaps you were dreaming.
I was not dreaming. I know when I'm dreaming, my mouth gets dry. Does my mouth look dry to you?
And your door was locked?
Of course it was locked. But people have keys, don't they? I'll bet you have keys. Don't you own the company?
No, madame. I run the company. And I will look into it.
Well, all right then. But hurry up about it. I don't feel safe.
She is keeping you busy, our Mrs. Hubbard.
You have no idea. She insists there was a man in her compartment.
Michel, perhaps?
Impossible. He's having my engineer at the moment.
Attend. We are not moving.
Oh, you are telling me?
A snowdrift?
We are stuck until men sent from Belgrade to dig us out.
Oh, no.
I'm sorry, my friend, but I promise you will be completely comfortable for as long as it takes.
Book! Have you tracked him down yet?
Not yet, madame.
Well, keep trying.
Good night, my friend. I hope you get a good night's sleep, because that will make one of us.
And hurry up about it!
I wonder.
Slow down.
Oh, good morning, princess. I was just looking at how beautiful the snow looks on the tracks.
Beautiful. It reminds me of Russia. Cold, depressing. The days the Bolsheviks exiled me.
Oh, well, I think everything is beautiful in God's kingdom, yeah?
Even the Bolsheviks?
I think God plants a good seed in everybody.
Good seed, bad harvest.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Excuse me, sorry. Good morning. Mr. Ratchet? Sir? Sir, could you please open the door?
He is a very heavy sleeper.
So?
Have you tried picking the lock? Is everything alright?
Well, he's not answering, and it's locked.
Mr. Ratchet, are you alright in there?
The passkey, perhaps?
Ah, of course.
I hope he is not being ill.
Oh, shh. There's a train.
Hello?
You must force the door.
But it will break and need repairing.
Quickly, do you not feel the air coming through the room? It is freezing. Quickly.
I do not like this at all. Oh dear God, it is awful!
Mr. Ratchet?
I cannot look.
Do you see his chest?
It is horrible. I cannot believe it.
Stop!
Coach, nothing.
It is a human life, it is wrong.
Oh, calm down, Greta.
Princess, would you be so kind as to escort Miss Olsen back to her room?
Like this way, Greta.
Holy cow.
Something like this has never happened in the history of my company. What are you doing?
I am examining the wounds. There appear to be 8 stab wounds to the chest. Mr. McQueen, when did you see him last?
Me? I don't know anything. He was fine last night when I put out his wine.
You are his secretary. What do you know about him?
Not very much. He never spoke about himself at all. Frankly, I think he was hiding something. That's just an impression.
And why was that, do you think?
Well, I think he was trying to flee from America from something. And he managed until a few weeks ago.
And then?
He began to receive some very threatening letters. They're in my room. Do you wish to see them?
Yes, quickly. And ask the Countess to join me in here.
Sure thing. I'll be right back.
It is incredible for something like this to happen on my train. Oh, it is freezing in here.
You have observed the window?
Oui, it is open.
And what do you see outside?
Nothing.
Exactly. Nothing. No footprints. No marks in the snow. Which means no one entered or left through this window.
Then why is it open?
I assume to mislead the police when they arrive.
What, the police?
Of course the police. It is murder.
What? The Yugoslavian police department? Oh, no, 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 we do not want that. Well, here, you will solve the case, and then you will tell them who did it.
I have interfered too much already.
But my company is at stake.
But mon ami.
Do you know what the Yugoslavian police inquiry will do to my company? People would say, oh no, I cannot travel on the Orient Express. I could be murdered in my bed, and my sales would suffer, and I would lose my clients.
But I'm due in London in 3 days' time.
Then you will solve it in 2. I have seen you work. You are like a magician. You listen, you look, you pester, you make yourself a pain in the backside, and then poof, the case is solved just like that.
The police would be angry.
The Yugoslavian police department, they are like the 3 stooges in a movie house. They poke each other between the eyes by accident. They would be thrilled not to have to do any work. Well, if you save them the job, they will put up a statue of you in the middle of the ground.
I would need a plan of the coach.
Done.
And the passports and tickets of everyone on board?
Done.
Excuse me, but you have asked to... Oh, dear God!
Forgive me, Countess, but I understand you were trained as a physician, and thought perhaps you could help with the body.
Oh, I am happy to help.
I'm afraid it is not a very pleasant sight.
I have seen worse, believe me. I volunteered in the war.
Regards. The left side of his face is slightly red. Do you see?
Oh, I do. It has been slapped.
Well, how do you know?
Because I slapped it. I count 8 separate stab wounds.
That is my count as well. Can you estimate the time of death?
I would say between between 8 and 10 hours ago, which would put the time of death between midnight and 2 o'clock.
I am in accord.
It appears that the killer was wild, in a frenzy of some sort.
And see this? Of the 8 stab wounds, 5 appear strong, and 3 are mere scratches. And see this? They are coming from different directions. I need a pencil.
Oh, here.
Bon. Now watch. We place the pencil in each wound and push gently.
Okay, is this necessary?
Perhaps the man changed hands during the stabbing.
Or perhaps there were two assailants. One left-handed, one right-handed.
One strong, one weak.
It is possible. Yet another question presents itself. Why did Mr. Ratchet not fight back when all the while he had this gun under the pillow?
How did you find it?
He showed it to me yesterday, so I knew it was here somewhere.
Hello, may I see it? It is an automatic, and I believe it is loaded.
Attention!
Wait! There is a safety switch. Oh, it is not on.
S'il vous plaît, mon ami. Have you not heard of the fatal accident? Au moment. Smells a glass of wine.
It smells of almonds. He was clearly drugged, which is why he did not fight back.
Oh, and what is this in his pocket? Ah, there is a pocket watch.
It is a watch, and the face is smashed.
It is stopped at 1:15.
So, so we have something of importance, yes? The Countess said between 12 and 2, so there it is. It could not be clearer. The time of death is 1:15. It is obvious.
It is possible.
What do you mean it is possible? What is wrong with it?
I do not know what is right and what is wrong, because I am still investigating. Here is a pipe cleaner, and here is a match, and here is another match of a different size. There are dozens of clues in this room, and it makes me suspicious.
Oh, look there, on the floor.
Oh, it is a lady's handkerchief with the letter H on it.
Ah, yet another clue. And who is H, as in Hamlet?
There is Miss Howard, and I believe her first name is Ellie.
And the princess?
Her name is Natalia Jogmeroff. And there is Mary Debenham, and Greta Olsen, and James Arbuthnot, and Hector McQueen, and I am Constantino Book, and something like this has never happened in the history of my company, and I want you to solve it immediately.
You are upset.
I am very upset. A man has been murdered on my train.
It will be all right.
I hope so. I will have a cigarette.
That is a good idea.
Oh my God, just look at this ashtray. My people are lying down at the job.
No! Stop! Do you not see? There is a piece of paper inside that has been burned, perhaps to hide the content it contained. What I need now is a lady's hat box. Countess, do you keep such a thing?
Of course I do.
I greatly admire this creature book. Did you not see? She did not ask a single question. I asked for a hat box. She gets me a hat box. I asked for help with the body. She rolls up her sleeves. Suddenly I desire to be young again. Wait here. I'm getting a spirit lamp. I use it to heat the wax from my mustache.
But why do you need a spirit lamp?
Because this time, I'm using science to capture the guilty party. Usually for me, it is the psychology, the mind of the killer, but not with these clues.
Why not?
Because I do not trust him. The handkerchief. Did a woman drop it, or did a man put it there and say, I will make it look like a woman's crime? Same with the pipe cleaner, eh? I will make it look like a man has done it. Then there is the watch, the gun, the wine, the window. There are dozens of clues in this room, and it makes me unhappy.
Your hat box, monsieur.
Merci, madame.
Je vous en prie.
Madame, if I asked you to leave your husband and run away with me to Monte Carlo, what would you say?
I would say, give me 5 minutes. I need to pack.
I will get back to you on that. In the meantime, hold this. Excellent. Now, I believe that this piece of paper is the remains of a note, perhaps a threat that was burned to hide the content it contained. And I believe that some letters will appear, but only briefly, as the flame is striking them, and we must regard them where we can. Now, we put the paper over the flame like so. Ah, do you see?
Remember little Daisy Armstrong?
What does it mean?
There was a case in America 3 years ago.
Oh,
A little girl was murdered. It was in all the papers.
I do not remember.
It was a case most horrible.
Horrible.
A young girl named Daisy Armstrong was kidnapped from her home in Long Island, New York.
Mama! Daddy!
The ransom was set at $200,000, and it was paid.
But Daisy was not returned to her parents.
3 days later, she was found dead, murdered, in the woods not far from her home.
No!
The police caught the man who did it, but he had ties to organized crime, and they got him away by changing the evidence. If the public had found him, he would have been hanged. But no, he gave him the slip and disappeared.
But what has this got to do with Ratchet?
I think we can guess this, no?
Of course.
Mr. McQueen says that Mr. Ratchet was fleeing from something in America, and that he was successful until the letters began arriving.
Then you think?
That Samuel Ratchet's real name is Bruno Cassetti, is the man who murdered little Daisy Armstrong?
Oh dear God!
Excuse me, Monsieur Bro. I found the letters.
Bon, and so it begins. Madame Book, give me the tickets and passports of everyone on board. Then send to me the princess and Miss Olsen together. Then Mr. McQueen, then Miss Hubbard. Now beat, before the trail is cold. It is clear someone on this train committed this murder, and I will find out who did it. I promise you.
We are merely out of a sense of duty. I do not like having my day disturbed.
Then let us begin immediately. Now, in your passport it says you are Russian.
That is correct, but I have been in exile since the Bolshevik dogs took over.
And your first name is?
Natalia.
And is this your handkerchief, madame?
No, that has the letter H on it. My initials are N.D. Natalia Dragmov.
Is it yours, mademoiselle?
No, I could not own something that beautiful. It would be a sin.
Oh.
And may I ask both of you where you were last night, between midnight and 2 o'clock?
The Countess Andrenia and I were in my room, reading a book out loud. It is the very best way to get to sleep when one is anxious.
And what were you anxious about?
The Bolsheviks.
And what book did you read?
A Tale of Two Cities. It is very comforting.
And you, mademoiselle, where were you?
I was in my room talking with Miss Debenham. We talked from 12 o'clock until 2 o'clock, and then we slept. You may ask her.
And have either of you ever been to America?
Yes, many times.
No, but I must go if I want to help raise money for the babies in Africa.
You are very religious.
Yeah, ever since I was a little girl, Jesus visited me in my garden and told me I must work very hard to help the little babies.
And I'm sure you've done it beautifully. Just one final question. Are either of you aware of the identity of the man who was murdered last night?
His name was Mr. Ratchet. And I pray for his soul.
No! His name was Bruno Cassetti. The Countess told me, and what I pray that his soul is damned and that it burns in hell for all eternity.
Princess?
He murdered a girl named Daisy Armstrong. Her grandmother is my dearest friend. You will know her as a actress. Linda Arden. Oh, she was very great.
Not was, madame, is very great. She's very much alive and remains the best actress on the American stage. And then her 5-year-old granddaughter was murdered by this monster cassette. It took her years to recover. In fact, she's not yet recovered.
There were 4 who died?
No, 5, monsieur. 5 people died. Little Daisy, and then her mother, who was pregnant, died in childbirth, and the baby died too. Little Daisy's father, Colonel Armstrong, could not live with what happened and took his own life. And the housemaid as well. So please forgive me, Greta, if in this case I think that Bruno Cassetti should have been flogged to death and his remains cut up and thrown into a rubbish heap.
I cannot listen to this.
Greta, please. Greta.
I'm so sorry.
Greta.
Mr. McQueen, please, sit down.
Of course. Are they all right?
They will be fine, I assure you. Now please, tell me, what exactly were your duties to your employer?
Well, I wrote his letters and did his errands and things.
And you knew him only as Samuel Ratchet?
How else would I know him?
His real name was Bruno Cassetti.
Holy God. Are you sure of this?
Then you know of the Armstrong case?
You bet I do! My father was the district attorney for the state of New York, and he brought that case against that monster! I'm sorry. You have no idea what he did to that family. They were so kind to me.
Can you tell us who was all in the Armstrong household?
Mr. Armstrong had a sister. She went to a graduate school, but after the tragedy moved to Europe, and I think she got married. Her name was Helena, and her mother would come to visit from time to time. She was an actress.
Anyone else?
There was the governess, and a baby nurse, and Suzanne. Oh, poor Suzanne. She was a French housemaid, and she was from Paris, and my father's office thought she might be implicated, and she was so distraught from the accusations that she
Killed herself?
Well, it turned out she was innocent. My father was shattered. He never recovered.
And may I ask where you were last night, between midnight and 2 o'clock?
12 to 2? I was with Colonel Arbuthnot on the observation deck.
And did you see anyone you did not recognize?
No. I saw Michelle, the conductor, the other conductor, Colonel Arbuthnot, and Miss Devon.
The other conductor?
There's a second conductor?
I guess so. I saw him.
And he was in uniform?
Yeah, the same one Michelle wears.
And what did he look like?
I don't know. He had his hat pulled down. He was small-boned. You know what I mean? Kind of feminine.
Did you speak with him?
I said hi, and he just kept going.
Bon, you've been quite helpful. You may go. And please ask Michelle to come see me.
Sure thing. I'll see you later.
I knew we would get a breakthrough. Mrs. Hubbard was telling the truth. I should have listened. There was a man in her compartment last night. And now the question is, where did he go?
No. The question now is whether such a man exists. He could be an invention of Mr. McQueen.
But why would he lie? He is not the murderer.
Why not?
Because he is not the type. It's a crime of passion by someone Italian or Hungarian. A man with blood in his veins.
I have now examined all the passports, and there is one that troubles me. There is a grease spot on the signature page, and it obscures the first letter of the Christian name, and I believe it is telling.
Well, who is it?
Yes.
Knock, knock. Excuse me, but I need to talk to you.
If you could please just wait your turn.
No, I cannot wait my turn because you owe me an apology.
I do?
You thought I was crazy.
Pardon, madame, but I do not know to what you are referring.
To what I'm referring is the man in my room last night. You didn't believe me. But there was a man in my room last night, and I can prove it. He left a button.
Look. It says Orient Express.
It sure as heck does. And it's just like the one Michel wears on his uniform.
And you found it?
On the floor this morning, bright as you please, right next to my big toes when I put these tootsies down on the floor when I woke up.
And you waited until now to tell us?
I just woke up. It's called a vacation. And I just heard about Ratchet's murder, and I thought maybe this button guy has something to do with it. You see, it all adds up. He goes into Ratchet's room, kills it, comes out through my room. I wake up around 1:15, and I see him. Well, I don't see him exactly. I sort of feel his presence. And you know, I could have been shot in my sleep or strangled or something.
Madame, the dead man's name was not Samuel Ratchet. It was Bruno Cassetti. Does that mean anything to you?
No.
Have you heard of the Daisy Armstrong case?
You mean that poor kid who was murdered? It was national news. The whole world knew about it. So what?
And where were you last night, between midnight and 2 o'clock?
Oh, great, so now I'm a suspect. You know, you should read some detective stories and get some tips.
12 to 2, madame.
I just told you, I was alone in bed around 1 o'clock, and a few minutes later, a random man walks into my room and scares the living bejesus out of me.
Miss Albert, would you be so kind as to write your signature for me?
I beg your pardon?
Your signature, so I can see your handwriting.
I always thought the French were screwy.
You spelled
Exactly.
Sorry to interrupt, but I'm looking for Miss Debenham.
She is not here.
Did you check her room?
I tried everywhere I could think of, and she's gone.
How about the carriages at the back of the train?
Of course I did. I got Michelle to open the doors, and she wasn't in any of them.
No, she could not have gone far, monsieur. It's a very small train.
You don't understand what I'm saying, madame. There was a murder on the train last night. That has certain implications, does it not? Oh my God, it's her!
What happened?
Quickly, this way! Where did it come from?
I couldn't tell.
What's going on?
Mary?
Miss Debenham!
Oh dear God.
What's happening?
I heard the gunshot!
She's not in here.
Somebody do something!
Try Ratchet's room! Mary?
Miss Debenham!
Is it locked? Of course it's locked, you moron!
Hurry up! Hurry up!
Keys! Keep trying!
Get in already!
Keep going! Push!
Push on!
I'm trying. God almighty!
Ouch, nothing. Countess?
Of course.
She's still alive?
Oh, thank God! Mary,
What happened?
you were shot for God's sake.
I need my medical bags.
I'll go get it.
Quickly, compartment 12.
Michelle, please search the train.
Oui, monsieur.
I'll go with him.
Me too.
Wait! Do you have a gun?
There's one in the porter's box for emergencies.
Take it with you. This is not a game.
Yes, sir.
Come quickly. Okay, can you sit upright?
I think so.
Ah! There is so much blood. I do not like blood.
Nobody likes blood. Here's the kit.
Oh, thank you. It is only your arm. Yes, you have not been hurt elsewhere. No. All right. Do not be alarmed. I am merely cutting off the sleeve of your blouse so I may have a better look.
I cannot watch. Okay, this next part may hurt a bit. What do you call it in English?
Iodine?
Iodine.
Yes.
Dad!
Be careful, will you?
I'm alright, Colonel.
You are remarkably fortunate, Miss Debenham. 2 inches to the left and it would have been fatal.
Thank God, small blessing.
Countess, may I ask Miss Debenham a question?
Are you well enough?
Yes.
I think so.
It is very simple, mademoiselle. Who shot you?
I don't know. I only caught a glimpse of him. He was...
What?
Tell us. Makes no sense. He was in some kind of uniform. But I may have imagined it.
Can you tell us what happened?
I'll try. I woke up this morning feeling disorientated, as though I'd been drugged or something. And I had this splitting headache. So I looked in my suitcase for some aspirin, but I didn't have any, and I stumbled out of my room and I saw Miss Hubbard's door was ajar, and I called to her, but she wasn't there, and oh, I know I shouldn't have, but I went into her room. I'm sorry.
It's quite all right.
Go on.
My head was splitting open at this moment, and I wasn't thinking straight, and when I looked for the aspirin in her makeup bag, I saw this knife, and it was covered with blood.
A knife? In my bag?
Yes.
Where is it?
I left it where it was. I felt so frightened.
Holy cow, I'll go get it.
Stop! You will not go get it. I will retrieve it. Then I am ready. Now, Miss Debenham, please continue.
Now let me just say, this does prove there was a man in my room last night, just like I was
Miss Hubbard.
Sorry.
You talk too much.
I beg your pardon?
Miss Debenham?
Well, I was frightened when I saw the knife, and I must have backed into Mr. Ratchet's room, and that's when I saw the body on the bed with all the blood and the wounds, and I screamed, and then I saw the man with the gun, and that's all I remember. Oh, it's all I...
Are you sure it was a man?
I think so. I suppose I'm not positive. He must have been hiding behind the door, waiting to escape.
So if I would have come in here first, then whammo! No more show tunes in the shower.
That would have been such a terrible loss.
Mr. Bird, can you tell me where you keep your makeup bag?
Gladly. It's behind the door, hanging on the handle. You know, if these compartments were bigger, I wouldn't have to hang my makeup bag on the back of the door like some drama school kid in a Rudolph Rimmel operetta living out of a hold all. Holy God! I cannot move.
I've never seen one like that before.
I will be analyzing it for fingerprints. In the meantime, will you all please leave and touch nothing as you go. When I'm finished in here, I will be in the dining car, and I would like to see Miss Debenham.
Now see here.
If she is able. Then Miss Hubbard, then the princess and Miss Olsen again.
Me.
Countess, would you be so kind as to escort Miss Debenham back to her room?
Are you strong enough? Yes, thank you.
I see no reason to put Miss Debenham through anything stressful at the moment. I suggest you don't.
I will bear that in mind.
I recommend you solve all of this rather quickly. I am not afraid of death, but I'd rather not speed up the process.
I intend to sue this company on the grounds of sheer anxiety.
I begin, madame. You are not the only one who is anxious at the moment.
Greb, come in, please. We have an emergency. We cannot reach Belgrade. We are 20 miles from the nearest town. We are in need of assistance. Greb, can you hear me?
No one. There is no one, I tell you. Not a single person is on this train who should not be here.
You're positive.
Entirely. This has gone on too far. Our lives are in danger.
It is like a magic trick.
It is unbelievable. I told Michel to go on searching, and he may find something.
I do not expect so.
Then where did he go? This man who is dressed like a train conductor.
I don't know. That's the problem. Every time I find a piece of the puzzle, there is a suspect who has an alibi. Colonel Arbuthnot. He could have a grudge against Cassetti from a business dealing. But no, Monsieur McQueen gives him an alibi from 12 to 2. They are chatting away on the observation deck. Ah, I say, Miss Olsen. She is strange. There is something not right about her. She swears her and Miss Debenham were up all night, chatting away in the rooms they are sharing. As it goes with Miss Hubbard and the princess, and now Miss Debenham is shot and I am out of suspects.
Hello? I brought Miss Debenham as requested. Now what do you want with her?
I merely wish to ask her some questions. Colonel, you may go.
I beg your pardon?
You are not needed for this.
Well, I'm sorry to hear it, because I'm staying.
I'm sorry also, because you are not.
Now listen to me, little Frenchman.
He is Belgian.
I don't care if he's the man on the moon. I'm not leaving her.
James, it's all right. Honestly, I'm sure it won't take long.
She is correct. I need a mere 10 minutes.
Well, I don't like it, do you understand? You could put that in your meerschaum pipe and smoke it.
That is Sherlock Holmes.
Oh, go to hell!
Please, sit, Miss Debenham. There is much pain?
Well, it's rather sore, that's all.
You are very brave. Let us be grateful it is not worse.
Oh, thank the Lord.
Now, Miss Debenham, at the hotel yesterday, I heard you speaking with the colonel, and you told him you were terrified you would miss the train. Can you tell me why it was so important to you?
It wasn't at all. I just didn't want to be late.
But you said you wanted to get it all behind you. Get what behind you? You seemed quite agitated.
I'm afraid you're reading into it. I'm just tremendously punctual, that is all.
Ah, pardon. Sometimes I am too imaginative. You and the colonel are very close, I take it.
Well, we met only a few days ago, and I suppose we rather hit it off.
I see. And what is it that brought you to Istanbul?
I lived there with a family for about a year. I'm a governess.
And as for the murder, I assume you know the dead man was Bruno Cassetti?
I heard.
And what do you know of the Armstrong case?
Not much, I'm afraid. I've never been to the States.
And where were you last night, between midnight and 2 o'clock?
I was in my room with Miss Olsen, and we chatted until quite late. You see, she chats quite a bit, especially when she's anxious, and I may have dozed off for a few minutes.
I see.
May I go?
You may. Oh, wait. Would you mind signing your name on this paper, please?
All right.
There you are.
Thank you. It's a good thing that I'm left-handed. I'd have trouble signing with my right at the moment.
Merci.
Please, get some rest. And on behalf of the company, I'll have a bottle of champagne sent to your room straight away.
Thank you very much.
And if there's anything else I can do to help you, please let me know. Goodbye. Oh my God, can you imagine if she had died? Thank goodness she's such a lovely young woman.
She is more than lovely. She is a complete liar.
Miss Debenham?
She claims her and the colonel are not very close, yet they are clearly intimate. To him she said she wanted to get something behind her. Now she acts like these words mean nothing.
But she was shot.
In the arm.
It could have killed her.
I wonder.
About what? Oh la la, you do not suspect her of Cassetti's murder.
It is not impossible.
But it is impossible. She's cool. She's methodical. She would not stab a man to death, she would sue him in court.
No. You are wrong if you think this crime was sudden and passionate. This was a long-hated crime. I would stake my career on it. You know I found a powder burn on the sleeve of the blouse.
Which means?
That the gun was very close to the blouse when it entered.
So what? The man was 2 feet away.
Pardon, I've finished the search.
And then?
Nothing. There's no sign of intruder anyone betrayed. If you like, I could show you.
No, c'est tout. Michel, would you be so kind as to remove your tunic for me?
Well, I suppose so. If it's really necessary.
Merci. I see. None of your buttons are missing. And moreover, the thread on each button is old, meaning nothing was sewn on recently.
That is correct, but may I ask?
Miss Albert found this button in her compartment this morning.
It is not mine, monsieur.
I see, but it matches yours exactly.
It does.
Michel, are there any other attendants on the train at the moment?
There is one, a ticket taker I've known for years, in the second class.
Is he large or small?
Quite large, I'm afraid. Shall I ask him to see it?
No, that'll be quite alright. And what other passengers are on the train, besides the one on this coach?
There is hardly any at the moment. It is the off-season. There is a mother and her child in a Belgrade carriage, and that is all.
And could there be a second conductor on the train? Wearing a uniform like yours?
Oh no, monsieur. There is no such thing. I had to earn this uniform with many years of service. However, now that you mention it, Miss Olsen says that last night she saw what she calls a second conductor on the train.
Miss Olsen?
Oui, she told me this morning.
She did not tell us this morning.
She said he was wearing a uniform like mine, and when she spoke to him, he did not respond. In fact...
What? Tell me quickly.
The princess says she also saw this man last night.
Oh la la, oh la la, oh la la.
What is it?
It is exactly the kind of clue I have been looking for. Michel, come with me. I will need your help. Madame Bouc, we will be right back. Stay where you are.
But where are you going?
You will see in a moment. Oh, pardon, madame. We will be right back.
I thought you wanted to question me.
I do. Just stay where you are.
Well, that was exciting. As if we need any more excitement around here. Now look, I want my passport back. What if there was another shooting or something and I had to make a run for it? Can you imagine me wandering through Yugoslavia without a passport? They'd shoot first and ask questions later. Who are you? Well, I'm Mrs. Helen Hubbard from the Minneapolis Golf and Dragon. Blam! No more Mejon.
You have been extremely patient, madame. And believe me, I am grateful. If there is anything I can do to repay this, I am at your service.
You know, you remind me of one of my husbands.
Ah, which one?
My favorite one.
Which is the current, correct? Madame? I'm not getting involved.
No, please, it is my suitcase. Please put it back.
You must have a reason.
I have an excellent reason.
Please stop.
Monsieur Pro, really?
Miss Olsen, you must permit me to look in your suitcase.
But it has my private things. It has my undergarments.
Monsieur Pro!
Miss Olsen, we will look at nothing that will embarrass you. You have my promise. Ah, Princess, would you be so kind as to assist me?
I suppose.
Miss Olsen, Michelle tells me you saw a second conductor on the train. Is this true?
Yeah,
And what did he look like?
he was small like a woman.
That is correct. I saw him as well.
Bon, that is perfect. It seems everyone on the train has seen the second conductor, except myself and Madame Bouc. So the question now is, where did he go? If he were still in uniform, we would spot him quickly. So at least one conclusion is that he hid the uniform in the luggage of one of the passengers.
But why choose my suitcase? There are other suitcases. Please check the other ones first.
Princess, would you be so kind as to raise the lid and tell us what you see inside?
It is a uniform.
I have never seen that before in my entire life. I have heard no one ever. I am not a murderer.
Now, Miss Olsen, we are not accusing you. You have done nothing wrong.
I have done nothing wrong.
Madame Bouc, does the jacket have all its buttons in place?
No, there is one missing.
And there you go. Are we surprised at this?
Wait, there is something more. Oh la la, mon Dieu. Is a passkey for the doors on the train.
And that would explain how he got in my room.
Miss Olsen, when was the last time you looked in your suitcase?
Yesterday, after we boarded.
So someone could have been in it this morning, after you left the train.
I don't know. I have never seen it before.
Monsieur Perrault, you really must stop bullying Miss Olsen in this manner. She cannot handle it like the rest of us.
You are correct. Forgive me. Princess, would you be so kind as to escort Miss Olsen back to her room and take Miss Abbott with you? I would like to speak with the Countess alone for a moment, if you do not mind.
Of course we mind. Every time things get juicy around here, you throw us out again.
Oh, stop gossip mongering.
Me? You have your mouth open so much I can count your teeth.
Well, good to know you can count. Bird brain.
Well, if I'm a bird brain, then you're a communist.
A communist, I'm an exile!
From your husband, I'll bet you couldn't wait to get rid of you.
Says the one with all of the divorces.
My husbands were unfaithful.
And this surprises you. Okay, we are a little worked up at the moment. Please, this way.
Thank you.
You seem troubled.
I am getting more and more concerned.
Certain other crime will occur?
No, that I will solve this one. Countess, what is your maiden name?
Goldwynberg, as you see it in my passport.
Yet you use Indrinier.
My husband's name.
Of course, say Countess Indrinier. And your first name is Elena.
That is correct. Am I a suspect?
I merely ask questions. That is my job.
I thought we were friends.
It is my greatest wish. But please, indulge me. This morning I was examining your passport, and I found a grease spot on the signature page. The spot occurs before the first letter of the name, and it could easily add another letter, such as H. Now, if we add H to the beginning of your name, it spells Elena, which was used by Shakespeare in A Midsummer Night's Dream.
That is correct.
The kind of name an actress might choose for her daughter.
I suppose.
An actress such as Linda Arden, the grandmother of Daisy Armstrong.
If you say so.
And Linda Arden is a stage name, surely. The word Arden was the maiden name of Shakespeare's grandmother, and the name of the forest in his play entitled
As You Like It.
You know your Shakespeare well, for a Hungarian.
I have studied Shakespeare since I was a child.
Yes, I know. I believe your mother Linda Arden taught it to you. And that would make you the aunt of little Daisy Armstrong. The aunt who went to graduate school, got a degree in medicine, and then moved to Europe and got married.
I do not know this woman, but I would imagine that she still suffers from the loss of her niece and her sister.
There is no use denying it, madame. When the train is on the way again, and we reach the next city, a simple telegram will get me a photograph of Daisy's aunt, and it will all be over.
But I didn't kill her! I should
should have, but I didn't. I didn't even know who he was until you found out. But when you did, I knew that if you found out that I was Daisy's aunt, you would think that I tried to kill him because he was a blackmailer and a swine and the murderer of a darling, sweet, innocent child who deserved to live.
Madame, really?
It's the truth. I swear to God. But I'll tell you this. If I had known who he was, that he was Bruno Cassetti, the man who took away the two people that I love the most in this world, I would have pushed that dagger through his chest, and believe me, no other wounds would have been necessary.
Hello? Hello? I'm calling Zagreb station. Can you hear me, Zagreb? This is Konstantina Book of the Orient Express.
We are hearing you, Madame Book. You are loud and clear.
We remain in the Polinsky Pass, in the snowdrift. Where are you?
We have spent the day, Madame, but should reach you presently. Without all conditions.
Oh, well, we are losing heat and light. Provisions are low. The passengers are angry. Oh, and we have a dead man, rotting in compartment 2. But tell me, how are things with you?
Well, I'd like to know what the hell is going on. He wrote me a note that said to meet him here.
He wrote me the same thing. I find this all ridiculous.
Where's that little French man hiding? Is he being all mysterious again? He sent me a note to join him here. I received one also.
Well, he's obviously up to something, the little weasel.
Oh, this
Yes, there's the train we over the company.
Pardon, pardon. I had kept you all waiting, and I apologize. I had to get, how you say, my ducks in a row.
Ducks? What ducks? It is an expression, Greta. You drive me crazy.
Please, all of you be seated. I have an announcement to make. I have gathered you all together to reveal to you the killer of Monsieur Samuel Ratchet, also known as Bruno Cassetti.
You're kidding.
No.
I don't believe it. You know who did it.
I believe that I do. But first, I must interrogate the last of your fellow passengers who have not yet answered any of my questions. Colonel Arbuthnot.
Me?
James?
Do you have a problem answering my questions, monsieur?
No, of course not.
Excellent. Now, in the course of your service to your country, did you meet an officer named Charles Armstrong?
No.
Have you heard of him?
Yes, we served in the same theater of action, but we never met.
And have you heard of the Daisy Armstrong case?
Of course I have. She was murdered by some people who served for money.
And did you know that Colonel Armstrong was Daisy's father?
No, I didn't.
Or that he took his own life after the tragedy?
Oh my God, I'm sorry to hear it.
Colonel, at the hotel in Istanbul, I heard you speaking with Miss Debenham, and you told her that you wished she was out of all of this. What did you mean?
I have no idea.
And then she said that no one should see you together till it was all behind you. Then what was behind you?
I can't imagine.
Are you aware you are obstructing justice?
I'm aware of no such thing.
And you, Miss Debenham, what did you mean?
I told you I just wanted to get the trip behind me.
I think you are lying.
No, listen here.
Sit down, Colonel. Now tell me what you meant at the hotel. You wanted to get her out of what? She wanted to get what behind her?
I'm married. All right. I'm in the process of getting a divorce. which I deserve because my wife is seeing another man. But I'll lose my case in court if it is known that I'm seeing a woman socially. When the divorce is behind us, we can stop hiding, which is why I've been trying to keep things private. No thanks to you.
I'm afraid you've been doing a very poor job of it, monsieur.
Well, some of us have emotions put out. I'm sure you'd sacrifice our own mother for one of your damn solutions. And I don't think you know what the hell you're doing.
I know exactly what I am doing, Colonel. I'm investigating the murder of Bruno Cassetti.
Well, he deserved to die.
Ah, then you know who he is.
Well, yes, they told me.
But you did not know before they told you. And you were not his friend in the war. And you did not save lives together as you fought with the Indian army on the northern front. And you did not swear fidelity and friendship to this man in your trial by fire together. And now you do not give him the respect he deserves for all the tragedy and loss that he had to endure before he took his own life?
Shut up! What do you know what tragedy was? We know unlawful damn justice!
You have been telling me lies, n'est-ce pas? Everyone in this room has been telling me lie after lie. But make no mistake, I know who killed Bruno Cassetti. And I know precisely how it was accomplished.
We're listening.
The facts of the case are simple. No? This morning, this train left Istanbul on its way to Calais was stopped in between. At approximately 12:30 last evening, the train hit a snowdrift and was forced to stop. At 10 o'clock this morning, Bruno Cassetti was found dead with 8 stab wounds to the chest. These are the facts. C'est tout. C'est fini. However, these facts permit 2 possible solutions to the crime. Under the first solution, an enemy of Cassetti boarded the train at Sofia and brought with him a wagon-lit uniform. Then, using a passkey to enter Mr. Cassetti's compartment, stabs the man, then left through the door to Miss Hubbard's compartment.
That's what I've been telling you.
Hear, hear.
Well done, my friend. You have solved the case. I would not get too excited, madame. You are not quite done yet, monsieur.
You are correct, Princess. I am not, because 2 unexpected events made the first solution impossible. The first unexpected event was the snow, which forced the train to stop. It meant the killer now had a very big question. Where could he go? He could not get off at the next stop, because there was no next stop. So unless the killer could fly, he must still be among us on the train. He must be one of you.
You said there were 2 unexpected.
Second solution took root, and little by little blossomed in all its terrible ruthlessness. The first clue came in my time in Istanbul, when I learned that there was not a single first-class ticket left on the Orient Express.
It is my train, and it is never sold at this time of year. That is ridiculous.
And it was ridiculous. Why was this train so suddenly full? But thanks to Madame Book, I had a sudden burst on the train. And on the platform, I met an astonishing company of actors.
Monsieur Poirot, I look forward to hearing of your wonderful adventures.
Princess Dracmira, I'll love it to see.
She will be accompanying me as I pay her way to Paris.
I am not married except to the God Almighty who lives in heaven.
Swedish, Russian, Hungarian, French? What were all these people doing on the same train? Something was amiss. It was like looking at a painting by Pablo Picasso. Over here an eye, on top of an ear, behind a nose, and nothing made sense. Consider the moment in the corridor last night.
Help! Somebody come quickly, help!
Miss Hubbard, what is it?
There was a man in my room. He ran off, I'm sure of it.
Well, which way did he go?
That way, just this second.
But, madame, that is where I am coming from, and I saw no one. How is this possible?
How should I know?
As for the murder, a businessman in a locked room is murdered in a torrent of almost unspeakable violence.
Dear God, it is awful.
Do you see his chest? It is horrible.
I cannot believe it.
Then came time to inspect the wounds, and the Countess and I found not one, not two, but 8 stab wounds to the chest.
Perhaps the man changed hands during the stabbing.
Or perhaps there were 2 assailants.
One strong, one weak.
After that, I was offered a feast of clues. The open window, the wine, the gun, until at last one clue of real importance was discovered, the pocket watch.
It is a watch, and the face is smashed.
It is stopped at 1:15.
But for me, the importance of the watch was not the time it told, but the place it was discovered. In the pajama pocket of Mr. Cassetti. An odd place to keep a pocket watch, don't you think? Do you sleep with a pocket watch in your pocket? Do you? Or you? Of course you do not. It would be uncomfortable. Which led me to conclude that the killer wanted me to believe that the time of death was at 1:15, a time when everyone on this train has an alibi. But instead, the time of death was not until after 2 o'clock, a time when absolutely nobody on this train has an alibi.
You know, I really don't think we need to be subjected to a performance such as this, especially in front of all of
Sit
us.
down, Mr. Bird. As for who actually killed Mr. Cassetti, the second clue was found on the ground, near the bottom. A handkerchief bearing the letter H. I now return it to its rightful owner, Princess Natalia Dragmirov.
But my name begins in an N.
Yes, but in Russian, in the Cyrillic alphabet, the letter N is written like the letter H in English.
Thank you. I must have dropped it.
Then came the most puzzling occurrence of the entire case. If some of you recall, I was speaking with Miss Hubbard and the colonel, when suddenly there was a scream and a gunshot. But this was no ordinary scream and gunshot. This was a fabrication so elaborate that for a moment, even I was confused.
Oh my God, it's her!
What happened?
Mary!
Upon seeing Miss Debenham on the floor, I knew it was all a sham, a performance. How could a man only 2 feet away merely graze the arm of the victim? And why would I find a powder burn on the sleeve of the blouse? Because Miss Debenham fired the bullet, then dropped the gun, then fell to the floor.
Nonsense!
I'd have to be crazy.
Exactly! Crazy! Or so totally committed to an act that meant everything to you. 4 people on this train are friends or family with Daisy Armstrong. Does that not seem incredible to you?
My father brought the case against that monster!
Her grandmother is my dearest friend.
But he deserved to die!
I would imagine that she still suffers from the loss of her niece and her sister.
And if there were 4, could there not be 6 or 8? Could Miss Debenham not have been Daisy's nurse at the time of the kidnapping?
I live there with my family for about a year. I'm the governess.
And Greta Olsen, she was a nurse for years. Could she not have been young Daisy's nurse on Long Island?
I am a missionary and I work in Africa with little babies.
As for Michelle, it struck me that a scheme like this could not be accomplished without someone on the inside. Then I remembered that the maid Suzanne, who killed herself, was from New York, and I wondered if this unfortunate girl was not Michelle's daughter who went to work in America. And that leaves one last suspect who is unaccounted for. Miss Debenham, who has certainly turned in the finest performance of the evening. It is not hard to see she is an actress by profession. The great Linda Arden, who has dazzled many audiences in her distinguished career.
Come on in here, Alexander's ragtime band.
Miss Debenham, I salute you, and assume you masterminded the case from the beginning.
Is this true?
I always wanted to be a director.
And so, the murder was committed. There were 8 stab wounds to the body. Some strong, some weak, some right-handed, some left-handed. And there were 8 killers. You planned this together, you killed together, and in the name of justice you played God together.
For that little girl!
For my daughter, you pig!
What? Charles!
For Daisy? For little Daisy?
For my father!
For my darling Daisy.
For my grandchild!
And now, my friends, what am I to do? This is a crime under the eye of the law. This is a crime under the watchful eye of God. It cannot be long until the Yugoslavian police department arrives, in which case I must tell them the truth. N'est-ce pas?
The truth, of course, about the second conductor. Anything else would be a complete injustice.
I'm afraid it is the only justice. If you commit murder, you must pay the price.
But it was Cassetti who murdered the little girl.
And did that give you the right to kill him?
Of course it did. He killed 5 people for some ransom money. And he'd done it before and he'd done it again. And now it's time for you to turn around and walk away and leave us alone.
No. No, it is not that time. I have never turned my back on the law. Do you understand that, Colonel? If the law is not obeyed, we become barbarians. It is 1934. Europe is changing and we will be destroyed. There will be no one left to pick up the pieces. I cannot agree to this. I cannot support this.
But he was a monster, Monsieur Perrault. You know he was.
But I cannot. I won't.
May a humble actress speak her piece.
Please do, my dear.
Monsieur Perrault, we are in your hands. We acknowledge it. But would you really have preferred for Bruno Cassetti to get off scot-free? Is that the kind of justice you're after? Look at it this way. You have a complete solution staring you in the face. You have the button, you have the uniform, and you have 3 reliable witnesses who saw a man in the corridor. And surely you're not calling all of us liars. Because if you did that, there would be months of trials. Lives would be ruined more than they have been already. And a great many people would be forced to relive the most terrible moment in all of their lives. More terrible than any human being should ever have to experience. Is that what you want? Examine your heart and tell us what you want.
You have put me to the test, madame, and I am greatly troubled. Madame Book, you run wagon late. What do you say?
In my opinion, the first solution that you offered up would be the correct one. We had a dangerous intruder disguised as a conductor, and I believe that is the solution you should offer to the police.
Lord, my friends, may you go with God, and may He give you the strength you need to get on with your lives.
Well, praise the Lord!
Hello, hello. Thank you. James, do you see them?
I told you we'd turn out right in the end. You know, Perrault, it turned out to be more than I.
Perrault? Monsieur Perrault? He's gone.
Gone where?
Monsieur Perrault?
And so, the case was solved, and the passengers went their separate ways. In that time, I have learned that Gretel Olsen did, in fact, make it to Africa, and she did help the little babies. Miss Debenham and the Colonel got married in a quiet ceremony off St. James Square. Mr. McQueen returned to his business. We shelled through his trains, and the princess to the great beyond. Alors, the countess went back to her husband. Madame Book and I have remained good friends. Now, I beg you to believe me when I say that I wish all of them well, and I hope they prosper till the end of their days. But sometimes, at night, in the darkness, I ask myself again and again if this was justice. And on many nights such as this, it is not until morning that I can close my eyes.